Good evening and welcome to the hashtag. In sporting news this week, the London Olympics opening ceremony will no longer be held in London. No. In fact, it will take place at Melbourne's Etihad Stadium right after the Rugby League State of Origin between New South Wales and Queensland. Yes, because that's relevant. In fact, over the coming months, Etihad Stadium will also be hosting the NBA Basketball Grand Final, the South Korean Polo Championships, and next Saturday night, the 18th birthday party of a young boy named Sven, who lives in Finland. I've got no idea who that is, but after the Rugby League State of Origin, Etihad have said they're just glad to be selling a decent number of tickets again. In entertainment news this week, Robin Gibb from the Bee Gees has passed away. An event which has led to a record number of awkward moments on the radio because everyone insists on playing a song called Staying Alive as a tribute. Ironic much? The headline in the Herald Sun read, Robin Gibb, the heart of the Bee Gees, passes away. The heart? I thought, that's a bit unfair, because what does that say about the rest of the members of the group? Which bodily organ do Barry and Morris and Andy represent? Got me thinking. Morris actually used to play the piano and sing at the same time, which requires an enormous amount of coordination from the cerebellum, therefore he must have been the brain. Andy Gibb, the youngest brother, actually went and did his own solo career. He was completely taken away from the Bee Gees and the rest of the unit continued to function perfectly well without him, almost as if he was never there in the first place. So, he must have been the tonsils or the appendix or something. Which leaves poor old Barry. Now, which bodily organ did Barry represent? Certainly not the testicles, if his singing voice is anything to go by. But they already had a heart, they already had a brain, which means all the good ones were already taken. So what does that leave Barry with? The bile duct? The pancreas? The gallbladder? He could be the GB of the Bee Gees. Pause for laughter. If we're going by characteristics though, maybe he was the ribcage because he was very protective of the group. Maybe he was the backbone because he was very supportive of the group. I've settled though. I think I've settled on the liver, because when I think of Barry, I like to think he was the one who was responsible for the decomposition of red blood cells, hormone synthesis, glycogen production and amino acid synthesis. But that's just me. The heart of the Bee Gees. The heart. See, I've never really understood that expression. There are a number of expressions that irritate me, and that's one of them. The heart is often associated with intense emotion. I don't want to kill the romantics behind the whole thing, but the heart actually has nothing to do with emotion. All emotions come from the brain. Although I guess it would, on second thoughts, be a little bit creepy if all the schoolboys around the world started drawing brains all over their girlfriends' textbooks. So, maybe I better let that one slide. Here's another one for you. Excuse my French. Who came up with this phrase, and have they ever been to France? I might be mistaken, but I was always under the impression that French was a legitimate language that consisted of more than just swear words. I've got two theories behind this one. Either A, this person has never been to France and they've only ever met one French person in their life who happens to be particularly foul-mouthed, or B, given that I've never been to France, maybe they're right, and maybe the second I step off the plane I'll be greeted with, bonjour monsieur, comment f***ing cook monkeys cook? Perhaps. And I'll leave you now with one last phrase and one last thought to consider. If only the good die young, then what does that say about everyone who survives into their old age? Are they all wankers? You be the judge. Well, that's all from me. I best be off. I would say to stay out of mischief, but apparently only the good die young. And I don't fancy an early death, therefore I'm going to spend the rest of this week acting like a tosser. So if you see me out on the street doing the kind of things that tossers do, keep in mind there's a very good reason why I'm driving while I'm texting, planking in high places, using a motorbike without a helmet, binge drinking or chain smoking. Hey, I just don't want to die young. My name's Ashley McPherson. Cheerio. Oh, staying alive. Do you get it?